Well, folks, we're going to turn off from old M40 here. Keep on heading down the small county roads here. This old church right here. Right next to it is the graveyard. And this is a good example right here. The difference between a cemetery and a graveyard. Okay, this says Covey Hill Cemetery, but when there's a church on the property, it's a graveyard. Now, because of modern day terms and so forth, it's a pretty little place, isn't it? Way out here in the country. When that sign was changed, it was changed to cemetery because it sounds a little bit nicer, more pleasant than graveyard. You know, where's your grandmother buried? She's over there in the graveyard. Oh, okay, gotcha. But that's why they did that. But that's what that is. Now, if there is a burial ground where there is no church, that is a cemetery. And there are cemeteries like Forest Lawn and so forth that have chapels there, okay? But they are, to my knowledge, not congregations. Those are places you can go and actually have weddings and so forth. And so those are just internment chapels or dedication chapels. And of course, then on grounds, there's also the mortuaries. There's columbariums, and there are areas that contain just the crypts, behind which behind the fascias of the crypts are the caskets. And some have cremains, and then there are some that just have the cremains, the columbariums, that have combinations. Very nice little drive here back home. And I'll be right back with you. Okay, folks, I just found a really cool old home here. Very old home. Got some kind of dilapidated barns back here and so forth. We'll pull up here so you can see the home. Look at the old barns. Okay? Big old growth pine trees. Yes, sir. There you go. See, they're doing a lot of work on this old farmhouse here on the corner. A lot of rubble coming out of that top floor. They're going to redo that place. Pretty cool. Here's another section of M43 that they're cutting back. The trees, trimming them back because of the deer crossing through here. There's been too many car-deer accidents. And so it's time to cut those trees back. Back in the military, we would call that a KZ, a kill zone. We'd cut it back a little wider than that. But it is what it is for the money they had to do it. And something's better than nothing when it comes to those car-deer accidents, I'll tell you that. Be right back. Right here on the left, this is a grow. These are grow barns right here. And the facility is right up here. It's all fenced in and secure. This little house stands by itself. Here's the facility right here. Canna 43, and there's the dispensary there on the corner. You come down just past that, and you got this wild freak house right here. Holy shiza. I shouldn't swear, so I'll do it in French. Be right back. I decided to turn off here and go back to Wolf Lake and take a look at the very small fish hatchery lake. I don't know why there was that little double white cross right there. This lake is just this road is just a small access back to the boat landing. You can see some remnants here. The old pilings right here, the gateways, built of rock from back in the 20s and the 30s. Here too. Used to raise the fish across the street there at the hatchery and then bring them over here and stock this lake as well as other places. And I'm telling you, there has been some gigantic fish that's been caught in this lake. I've heard of 54-inch muskie caught in this lake. And wait till you see the size of it. Well, this is all heavy gravel out here, lots of rocks and so forth. And back here in the woods, you can see one of the old chimneys. We'll take a look at that here in a second if it's possible. And it is. There's a trail. We'll just go down here and we'll take a little closer at this lake after I park. Be right back. Well, this sign is new. It wasn't here about 12 years ago when I was here. A lot of things weren't here 12 years ago. But all these big boulders were. And these are natural to the site. Way back in the woods, you'll see the boulders. This is very rocky. Soup kettle lakes and so forth you'll find even north of here, Yankee Springs. But we're going to take a little walk back in here a second to where they had one of their biological stations in the day. And it actually have ranger, well, they're not rangers, but the scientists, if you will, from the biological station over at the hatchery, they'd be back here. And of course, this all went by the wayside decades ago. And now you just take this little walk back in. It's an old tree here. Look at this. Look at the burls on it, huh? Pretty cool. Another one over here that's you can see back in the, there's some roots. There's a big root ball right there from another fallen tree, large fallen tree. We're gonna have to come back here and do the limbo or walk around. Large fallen tree right here, root pile. This one too, it's actually cracked off right here and fell against the other one. Of course, make a way around here. All the rotted wood. Good sized tree. That is a good sized tree. This side too. It's what we used to see up deer hunting up near Irons, Baldwin area, back in the swamp along the El Sabo River. A lot of old growth trees over like this, but the root, and this is small compared to some of those. They're just really large. Little graffiti here. Goodbye. We're gonna go back here. This is the focus of this little trail walk. Yep, the old man down the road, the trail and all that. Here we go. Looks like the basement is filled in with water. What else? Another path going off in the woods this way, so I'm not going to take. Heavy cement here broke up. Foundations. There was quite a lodge back here. You can see all around here the lay of the land, if you will. It's really something, but look at the size of the trees. that have grown here, okay, since this place was here. Okay, this old tree that's behind the chimney and the fireplace and so forth, that certainly was here. That's a witness tree. And these others that are down, these other very large trees here, everything that you see in here that we'd call a sapling, anything 5, 6, 7 inches in diameter, this is all grown here since this place was raised. And I'd almost say a couple of these trees, they're right here too. Yeah, this one right here, that's right on the very edge of the foundation, and you can see it's like growing right into it. That may have been built right alongside the house, but man, it may not have been, but boy, it would have been a young one. Everything else did not exist. But this is really cool. I don't know how far I can go in here before I actually crash, and I don't want to crash. Take a little look at the graffiti here on this fireplace. Let's walk around behind it, and I see another area here I can get to and get some better video on the side here too. The moss. Someone's got a black heart. Oh my gosh. Oh man, look at the back. Always look at the back of things. You never just, let's see what's on the front, right? Look at the back here. Graffiti out in the woods. What? That's an abomination. Oh, we have a red pentacle next to an old dead tree with a vine that's all worm-eaten crawling up the tree. So we go around this way. And we have some more back here. It's like a little spot here they got to as well. Very interesting, huh? You can see back here in the woods the spring flowers are coming up. Won't be long. Very interesting little place. See if I can get another shot from another angle. I'll be right back. Here we go. We look right inside the fireplace. Someone's says this is hell. Look at the rod going across the steel right inside here where you could hang your a little close up on that. Put your S-hooks on there and hang your pots and kettles over the burning fire and warm up your chow, whatever they were warming up. That's where they might have those 3-legged cast iron pots right there. That boil, boil, toil, toil. Fires burn and cauldrons boil, or however that went. Remember in Macbeth? I'd have to look that up again. Something about tongue of dog and eye of cat, wing of newt and eye of bat, or wing, eye of newt and wing of bat. I forget. I'd have to look it all up again. Now you're going to get me reading Mad Magazine. Oh, that's not where you look that up. That's right. I know where to look it up at. Anyway, it's pretty weird right here. This really deep, dark, brackish water sits here, and all these leaves and the tannic acid turns this water all brackish colored. No, don't start talking about Lord of the Rings and we're going to see faces coming up out of this stuff. Gosh, it's not that weird back here. It's this weird though. You can see the flashing up around the top, and that's all. You can still see copper flashing right there. If I can stick my finger right along here, going up where that was the rough line back in the day. Back in the day. You bet. All right, I'm going to try to find myself. Oh no, which way did we come in here? Which way do we get out of here? Oh, there's a funny looking little arrow tied on a tree over here with some feathers on it and stuff. I'll go check that out. I'll be right back. Here's a little sign for boaters there on all the lakes in Michigan, reminding you to check for aquatic hitchhikers. There are some invasive species that are in our lakes, in our rivers here, and we do not want them, and this helps keep them at bay. No pun intended. Right back. See, now these folks have the right idea, the right size boat on this beautiful little lake. This is it. This is the whole lake right here. And it's cold and it's deep. It's got a lot of structure. It's very clear. In the summertime you can go and all around there, the banks, and snorkel and see all the fallen trees, the heavy timber that's down in the water. You wouldn't believe it. It's pretty around here that you see right now. You should see what it looks like below the surface. Super fun and a cool place to come snorkeling. Sure is. Be right back. Well, that being said, I'll close this little video out today here, and heading back home, looking back through there at the I don't know, the haunted chimney, whatever it is, and these folks are getting ready to go fishing. These folks are coming in, putting their boat away, and I'm getting ready to go away myself. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. As always, thank you for subscribing, and I sure appreciate it. And I'm here on the trail with Edward and my travels. Have a great day.